On today's episode of Why Am I Single, episode 5, I'm going to tell you guys a real life story that's unfolding presently on my fucking phone. Okay, so I'm a rapper, I'm a songwriter, on top of being an author and a content creator, right? We all know this. You can tell if you follow me on, any social media platform for that matter. I was working on an album and I needed features from vocalists, male, female, whatever. I needed some collaborations, right? So I put out a post on Facebook and I'm like, I'm looking for a vocalist to sing a hook on my album. Hit me up. I've got the studio, right? So a random follower I don't know ends up tagging this guy, and he or she, I can't remember, was like, they're a great vocalist and producer, work with them. So I slide up in their DM. Hey, I heard you're a vocalist. I'm looking for features. Are you in the Chicagoland area? So we start communicating about working together. He asked me to email him a track. I'm like, I typically don't do that. When I do features, I like to do it in person at the studio. So we're feeding off of each other's energy, and the sound is just real lit and organic. Like, it really just creates a great product. So I explained that to him and he's like, okay, well, I live da-da-da-da-da, but I'll be in Chicago for an extended stay around such and such time. And I'm like, cool, here's my number, right? Now, I always prefer to communicate via text because I don't have push notifications on any of my social media. I have hundreds of thousands of followers across the board and all across the world. So I'll get like random video calls from like Sanjeet Patel at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning on a Tuesday night. No push notifications. If we're going to do business, we have to be communicating by text or phone, right? So he asked me when we're texting and communicating about doing a feature together if I can FaceTime him. And I'm like, yeah, maybe when I'm out of the gym, right? I end up getting carried away with my day, whatever. The next day he sends me a message, and this is where I got creeped out, right? He says, I saw that you were at a festival yesterday. How was it? I waited at the studio all day for you to FaceTime me. Why didn't you? So that came off as very passive aggressive, and it kind of gave me the creeps because it's like, I'm watching your story and I see why you're not calling me. So I'm going to passively aggressively mention that you were doing something else and ask how it was and then grill you on why you weren't calling me. So what I did address was the miscommunication. I was like, hey, there seems to be some type of miscommunication here. Were you waiting for me to FaceTime you in the studio so that we could work on a song together? So he responds back, no, I just wanted to see your face. So I'm going back and I'm looking at all of the communications between us, trying to figure out where I gave this guy the impression that I'm giving him my phone number so we can fucking date, right? He continues the conversation, and honestly, he's a good conversationalist. He seems interested. He's really good looking. He's my age. He's got a lot going for him, but I'm just like, I'm a little confuzzled because one of my biggest pet peeves is when men will pretend to want to work with me on music and then just use it as an opportunity to hit on me. Like, they think if I get in proximity to them, I'm just going to forget about the feature and end up dating them. Like, no, if you're trying to date me, you have to date me. If you're trying to work with me, you have to work with me. I don't shit where I eat. I don't mix business with pleasure. What the fuck are we doing here? So I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I just started ignoring dude. I don't even feel like I need to address this. We're grown as fuck. We're both almost fucking 40. This is massively inappropriate, right? So I'm just fucking ignoring him. I start getting the good morning, beautiful text followed up by a what are you doing text. And every time he's texting me, he's simultaneously sending me the same message on Facebook. And when I'm not responding to his text messages and his Facebook messages, he'll send me another Facebook message like, hey, I just sent you a text message. So now I'm like, oh, well, I have to say something because this dude isn't taking a fucking hint. So I flat out tell him, hey, you're kind of creeping me out. You're coming on too strong. You're sending double messages to my Facebook and my text message. Like, I'm just not interested, right? He apologizes on Facebook. That's it. I don't respond. Okay, situation's resolved, right? I very directly told you that you're coming on too strong and it's creeping me out. You would think that was the end of shit. It fucking wasn't. He continues randomly sending me good morning text messages to my Facebook telling me how hot I am. He sent me a message at 3 o'clock in the morning one day talking about I'm in town and I'm fucking sleeping. Like, I don't fucking care. So I wake up this morning to a message that was sent at the butt crack of fucking dawn, by the by, from this guy telling me that he needs clarification on how we're communicating moving forward because he doesn't want to look stupid any longer talking to himself on my fucking inbox. Now, I need you guys to bear in mind, it's June 25th. I told him on May 18th that I found the excessive texting and messaging creepy and that I wasn't interested. So 5 weeks later, you've been talking to yourself on my fucking inbox for 5 fucking weeks. So I go back to the Facebook messages because I'm like, did I miss something? Did I respond to something one of these nights I was out there? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? I go to look at the Facebook messages and he has me blocked on Facebook. When did that happen? You were just, look, here's the thing, okay? It's not like I haven't messaged men who never fucking responded to me. Women get ignored too, okay? So it's not like I'm a stranger to fucking rejection. But this shit is super creepy and it gives unhinged vibes like a motherfucker. Because how far do I have to go to get you to take the fucking hint, right? It wasn't even a hint. I'm not interested. I found your behavior creepy. I literally said it creeped me out. Like, if a dude told me that me messaging him excessively was creeping him out and we've never met in person, I'm probably going to just never talk to him again. I don't need more clarification than somebody calling my behavior fucking creepy. So me personally, I don't want to deal with the confrontation. I just went ahead and I blocked him mutually on Facebook and then via the telephone as well because I don't want to deal with it. I literally told you I found your behavior creepy and then proceeded to ignore you for 5 weeks. That definitely merits you getting blocked. I'm sorry.